Hey everybody, it's Kay. Hope you're doing well. I'm not feeling so great today. Missed all the beautiful sunshine outside today just because I'm not feeling it. I've been sitting in this chair for hours since I got home from church. I still have my dress on. It's almost 7 o'clock. But I haven't felt so great, so I can't even move. That's kind of bad. But what have I been doing? I have been watching movies. I watched Thor. That was really good. I've been watching a little booktube. I just watched Bree's video on her advice to new booktubers. I've been reading a little bit of Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. I've been crocheting this blanket for my friend now for I don't know how long it's been, but she had a birthday party a little while back, and I am such a slow crocheter. I couldn't get this blanket done in time. So it'll take me the whole summer probably to get it done and get it to her. Now, I don't think she watches my booktube videos. So just in case she does, girl, you better act surprised when you see this blanket. But she's an AKA. And so pink and green. And I've got a long way to go with this blanket. So yeah, I only crochet about maybe 4 or 5 rows at a time, and then I put it down. But I do crochet a lot when I'm watching TV or watching booktube. But anyway, I wanted to do a checkup today of my 2018 reading goals and the blackout. So for those of you who are participating in the Reading Blackout, where we are reading African American books in the year of 2018, how are you doing on your goals? So I know some people said they do it for a quarter of the year, some for half of the year, some for the entire year. So how are you doing? Everything I've read or listened to has been by an African American author, with the exception of book club selections. I have several exceptions to the rule. Advanced reader copies, gifts, loaners, books from author events, or book club selections. Everything else is by an African American author. My primary goal for 2018 was to read my own shelves, and I'm not doing so great at accomplishing that goal. I've read, I think, 4 books from my shelves this year so far. A lot of the books that have come from the library. I've listened to, I think, 7 audiobooks this year. My goal was to complete 60 books this year, and I know for some of you 60, I'm a lightweight because you read 100 books a year, but 60 is good for me. I've only finished, though, 18 books so far this year. Normally by this time I'd be at about 30, but we have had several people pass away in the family since October, 2 of those individuals being my own parents. And so I fell into a reading slump, as you can imagine. I wasn't interested in reading anything. And when I did try to read, nothing was good to me. Even though it might have been a good book, it wasn't good to me. But once I got my reading mojo back, I got it back. And I've been full steam ahead ever since. But yes, my primary goal was to read my own shelves. Not doing so great with that. I also have a rule here that says, after I've read a minimum of 2 books from my own shelves, then I can check out, books from the library. And so, yeah, I've been doing the opposite, actually. Try to find books in the library from my Black Expressions shelf on Goodreads. So really, really quick, for those of you who don't know what Black Expressions was, it was a mail order book club that focused primarily on books by and about African American authors, and it doesn't exist anymore. But what I tried to do was go to the library. I created a shelf on Goodreads for those authors. My goal was to go to the library and find audiobooks by those authors that I could listen to. Well, I have found that not many of those authors have audiobooks in my library unless they're a big name like Eric Jerome Dickey, Rashonda Tate Billingsley, Victoria Christopher Murray, Bernice McFadden. A lot of the other writers don't really have any or a lot of audiobooks in my library. So I'm tweaking that rule just to say what I've actually been doing. Just listen to audiobooks by African American authors. Okay. I also had a rule that said that as long as I listen to at least 2 audiobooks by African Americans, then I can listen to audiobooks by whomever I wanted. But I really want to stay in line with the blackout, so I really don't know if I'm going to break that rule. I also added something. I don't know if it was in my original list or not, but it's written here. Try to read or listen to a minimum of 5 books by African American men. And the way I'm burning through Brendan Massey's books, I'm easily going to accomplish that goal. So I also had 5 books that I really wanted to get to in 2018, and I've only gotten to one of them so far. Native Son by Richard Wright, Gathering of Waters by Bernice McFadden, Homegoing by Yaa Gyasi, I've already read that one, Street Players by Donald Goins, and Homemade Love by J. California Cooper. Those are 5 books I really want to get into this year. But I will share with you quickly what I have read so far this year. Blood Done Sign My Name, A True Story by Timothy B. Tyson. That was a book club selection. The Secrets of Newberry by Victor McLaughlin. Homegoing by Yaa Gyasi, book club. Can't talk today. We're Going to Need More Wine by Gabrielle Union. That was the ebook. The Matter is Life by J. California Cooper. That was my contribution to Read So Lit this year. Tar Baby by Toni Morrison. That was our read-along book for Read So Lit this year, hosted by Dee Dee at Brown Girl Reading. Hollywood Homicide by Kelly Garrett. I was supposed to have been one of the co-hosts for March Mystery Madness. Because of everything going on in the family, I really didn't get to participate, but I did get that one book in. 5 Carat Soul by James McBride. An American Marriage, Tayari Jones. The Family Business 4 by Carl Weber, Denise D. Cooper. She laughs every time I say Carl Weber. The Mother of Black Hollywood, a memoir by Jennifer Lewis. One House Over by Mary Monroe. Believe Bigger, Discover the Path to Your Life Purpose by Marshawn Evans Daniels. God Don't Make No Mistakes by Mary Monroe. Within the Shadows by Brendan Massey. Maxed Out by Cal Lewis. Her Secret Life by Tiffany L. Warren. Don't Ever Tell by Brendan Massey. And I kind of did a skim through of 1,000 Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini. I had already read it twice. That was a book club selection. And next month, the month of July, we're reading Parable of the Sower. I always get those two mixed up, Sower and Talent, but I think we're reading Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. And I'm also participating in the summer read along that Brown Girl Reading Dee Dee is hosting for Sag Harbor by Colson Whitehead. So I hope to participate in that as well. So that's my 2018 so far. Let me know how you're doing if you're participating in the Blackout. And if you've never heard of the Blackout, you can join in now and read books by African American authors for a certain period of time for the rest of the year. That's it for today, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great one, and until next time, keep reading. Bye-bye.